It
what,
does.
What did you make of that then? The main event, the top of the bill press conference, because I thought there was some interesting back and forth there. It was respectful as we expected it to be, but a nice edge.
Well, they're respectful. They've been very respectful. But what matters is obviously on Friday night, not Saturday, as I said, Friday night. And the bottom line of it is, whatever way you want to look, this fight is seriously jeopardy for AJ. His career is really on the line with this. He's got, he's the one who's got the most to lose. And for me, I think he's in a tough fight. I think he's in a fight where everybody totally underestimated. And I think some people even disrespected the fact that Ngannou is a true fighting man. He's not a YouTuber, as I said yesterday. He's not a what do they call him, influencer. He's a fighter. That's what he is, a fighting man. Best of what he did in UFC. In UFC they're tough sods. They can fight, and he can punch. And what he showed in the last fight, he can box a bit. And I think he could give AJ a lot of problems.
I guess it is still kind of a tough task for the fighter, but also the trainer when you're fighting someone like Ngannou, because, okay, they've got 10 rounds to go off now, which is 10 more than Tyson Fury had for his fight, but at the same time there were still a lot of unknowns with him.
Well, there was lots of unknowns, but there are some knowns now, because at least he's got the advantage of seeing Ngannou in the ring. The one thing none of us expected was that Ngannou could box a bit. I mean, he shaped up like a boxer. He was switch hitting, and we know he's a capable guy. And on that performance on that night, there's a couple of guys in the top 10 I generally thought he could have beaten that night, the way he performed.
And he'll be better from the experience.
Well, that's the thing I was saying about the thing, Matt. What's he going to learn from the fight? Everyone keeps saying about everybody else, but what is Ngannou going to learn? Because he can box, and I think he's got a good trainer. Dewey's a good trainer, and they've done their homework, and they certainly do their homework.
Even just doing the 10 rounds, Frankie, that's a box tick psychologically.
And he's done it now.
Yeah,
that's the thing. He's done it, and it's what pace is this fight going to be fought at? And for me, and I know I'm repeating myself again from yesterday, it's like, I think, what if he catches AJ? How will AJ respond? Will he go on his back foot? How's he going to fight? Because I don't think you can back off this fella. I think you got to try and keep him on the back foot. He's got to take the centre of the ring. He's got to get behind his jab, and he's got to keep it long. You don't want to be mixing with a guy who's an MMA guy, or they're normally, they're wrestling, they're holding, and he's a big man. He's strong. What he wants to do is keep moving and jab, and can he do that? I mean, he done it against Ruiz, but even Ruiz caught him, didn't he? I think it was about the fourth round. He threw a shot, and if this fella, he is a true fighting man, this Ngannou, and he knows what a great opportunity it is for him.
Dave, what do you think we'll see in the very opening exchanges?
I think I think AJ is going to have a plan in his head to go out there and be aggressive, and be, when I say aggressive, be aggressive behind a sharp, fast jab. And I think he's going to be looking to try and bang the jab at the chest, bang the jab at the body, try and use that big target to slow him down. But I think the problem with this fight for AJ is the range of Ngannou. I keep saying he's got really, really long arms, and I think that's what Fury was shocked about, because Fury's usually got that reach on him, and I think because he had somebody that was in there that had such long arms back, he's getting caught on the way out. I think getting caught on the way out is a danger for AJ after he does his work.
I agree with what you're saying there, Dave. But the thing is with Tyson, I mean, I genuinely think he did have an off night.
Yeah.
He had an off night, and that can happen. But
happens to everyone, doesn't it?
Of course it does. But as I say, this fella, you talk to him, and he's like not fazed by any of this. He's not the slightest bit, concerned or worried. Wants to fight, wants to be in there, and as I say, for me, if I was AJ's handlers, I've got to be honest, I don't think I'd have made the fight, irrespective of the outcome, because I think it's too much to lose.
He's got everything to lose. What has he really got to gain? Even if he wins, people will say, well, he should have beaten him.
And that's it. Having said that, they must fancy it. Ben Davidson's not an idiot, and nor's the people around him, so they must fancy the job. AJ must really fancy the job, and irrespective now whether they did or they didn't, it's done. So
it's on now,
Friday night, we're going to see what it's all about, because I think I honestly think whoever lands that first punch, I'm talking about the one that's the real strong punch. That's going to be the
It's going to be interesting to see the mentality of AJ if he lands
clipped.
if he lands a really sharp, hard right hand on Ngannou and it doesn't phase him one bit. It's going to be interesting to see how Joshua reacts to that, because I'm sure he still believes that because he's a big puncher. I believe that the work that he's doing, how they get you to punch harder, punch through the target more. I think AJ believes that when he steps in with that 1-2, if you look at the Fury fight, when Ngannou's pulls back wide, leaves a big gap, and I think they want to exploit that with the right hand. And if he cracks him hard early and he has no reaction, that's when I see the difference.
He's got to do what Tyson was done in the second half of the fight, which he got behind his jab, he keep it nice and long. You don't want to be getting in there, fighting inside. He wants to keep on the outside, might be, but keeping him there. And Tyson, we talked about it yesterday, and he said to me, he said I can't remember the round when he got knocked down, was it the third round?
Third.
He said he hit him with about 3 good shots, real good shots, and he took them.
Yeah.
He says he's tough. He took the shots and then he come back with that hook and clips him on the top of the head. So AJ's got to be really, really 100% focused all the time with this bloke.
Yeah.
Okay, so we're going to have to wind it up there, gents. Thanks, Frank. Thanks very much for your time.